What's up YouTube, Dad here from Zephyr Games, bringing you a different kind of video. So today I'm going to be taking you through the 8 secrets that are in Maximum Crisis. We'll go over my personal views on each of those, plus the values that I reckon they'll be at. So without further ado, we're going to crack straight into these. Starting off with Supreme King Zark. Right. Artwork, amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Really enjoy it. It's the first Pendulum fusion card we've got. It's a 1 scale and its effects read as follows. So in the Pendulum scale, hold you there. Fusion, Synchro and XYZ monsters your opponent controls cannot activate their effects. Once per turn, when your opponent adds a card or cards from their deck to their hand except during a draw phase or damage step, you can destroy that card or cards. Its monster effect, so it requires 4 dragon types, 1 fusion, 1 synchro, 1 Xyz, 1 pendulum. Must be fusion summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. If this card is special summoned, destroy all cards your opponent controls. Cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effect. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon 1 Supreme King Dragon monster from your deck or extra deck. If this card is in the monster zone, is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can place this card in your Pendulum scale. 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense. So, thoughts on Zark. Artwork, amazing. Issues, incredibly hard to get out, or it would seem so with the requirements it needs. So this is talking about the Zark at this moment in time. I know there are magician support and stuff like that comes out further along down the line. However, right now, it's a very hard card to get out, and he's not like a meta card. He's not being used massively. So in that sense, I don't think his value is going to be too high. I reckon he'll be between £5 to £10, maybe less, maybe more by a tad. He won't be crazy money, purely because he's there just for collector's items. So for your cover card or any of those, preparing for Zark Magicians when it comes out. Next up, Doris Alliance. So, Doris Alliance, again, artwork is very pretty, it looks really nice. If there is a card in your Pendulum zone, add 1 Pendulum monster or Pendulum spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. You can only activate 1 Doris Alliance per turn. So it's another way of getting your scales complete. It's another way in Performer Pals and stuff like that, of ordering, like your monkey board was. It's kind of another way of activating a scale and then finding out your alternate scale. And it'll work really well in like Pendulum Odd Eyes and stuff like that. It might even work quite well in Odd Eyes Magicians and a deck like that. Again, it's not the best of card, it's not the most broken card in Pendulum decks, however it does help. But with the upcoming Link format, Pendulums aren't going to be as strong as they used to be, but Doris Alliance will help it out massively, completing its scales to help it excel and continue. So again, with that being said, I reckon it will stay between the same price mark of about £5 to £10. I don't think it'll go any lower than a £5, and I don't think it'll go much higher than a £10 at all. I think you can probably get it for about £6 to £7, in my opinion, when the hype starts to settle down. Our third card, Ultra Polymerization. Again, artwork is very nice. I love, obviously you've got the 2 blue, 2 red, and you've got the greens that he's running and the explosion in the background. Beautiful. So you pay 2,000 life points, fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck, using 2 monsters you control as fusion materials. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 fusion monster that was fusion summoned with this card's effect. Special summon all the fusion materials used for its fusion summon from your graveyard, but change their attack to 0, also their effects negated. So, again, Ultra Poly, it's not as broken as stuff like Future Fusion, Super Poly, stuff like that, but it's a nice little ad. Again, I don't see it being in the meta decks because it is literally only 2 monsters. It's more for the fun decks. Stuff like Gears, for your ability to maybe get 2 Howitzers on board, or maybe extend a little bit more, get a Howitzer, bring back the materials, and then possibly go into your Giant. We have found out that stuff like this isn't used very well with Venom Dragon. So Venom Dragon says 2 monsters on the field except tokens. So because of those requirements where it's on the field, the wording of Ultra Poly is when you target the fusion monster with fusion summon with this effect, you special summon all fusion materials used for the fusion summon in your graveyard. Now, technically, the fusion materials that are in the graveyard are different to what's been used on the card. So through testing, that's kind of fizzled out and shown that it's not as easy to do or not possible to do that with things like Venom. That might change when this gets updated, but just through testing and general looks, that's our only reason as to why you can't bring back materials with Venom. It'll be the same with like DNA Surgery and Five-Headed Dragon, which Brad mentioned earlier. So yeah, Ultra Poly, again, I reckon it's exactly like its predecessors, Alliance and Zark, but probably more off of the £5 range. I probably would say about maybe 7 to 10, 7 to 12 maybe. It really depends on how much you get used, but you could probably pick these up easily for a £5. Next up, Unending Nightmare. Again, probably one of my best and most favourite artworks of the Secrets. I love the art type that they've got going on. This stuff always pops up in a couple of the traps around the place. Very, very nice, and I love the effect. You pay 1,000 life points, target one face-up spell or trap card on the field, destroy it. You can only activate this effect once per turn. So, it's a very nice, continuous pop back row destruction effect, but for the cost of 1,000 life points. Now, it's a very, very good card. I quite like it. Some people are teching it in. I have seen some people play it in their Draco builds and stuff like that. It's one of those cards that you could see it having more play. It'll definitely have more play than these three at this moment in time. So again, I think at sneak peek price it was between £10 to £15. It's kind of settled down to about 10 an hour. It's kind of like its baseline. Yes, I reckon it's worth picking up a playset of these. Just to have in case it does become a big thing. You can probably get a playset for about 24 quid, I reckon. You can probably get them at about £8 a piece. Again, very nice artwork, good effect. And then obviously, if you're going to play it in Dracos, because it is a continuous trap, you can get rid of it whenever you want. If it banished cards instead of destroying them, God, it would be broken as hell. Next up, probably one of my favourite cards from the set in Secret is Tornado Dragon. So Tornado Dragon, for those of you that don't know what it does, it's 2 level 4, so it's generic rank 4 toolbox. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you detach 1 Xyz from this card, then target 1 spell or trap card on the field and destroy it. Now, this is a TCG exclusive, which is awesome. The only kind of thing about this is it kind of does neg Unending Nightmare a little bit. Artwork is awesome. It's speculation that this is like the storms from Twin Twisters, Heavy Storms and stuff like that, which again, I would love that storyline behind it. Artwork, again, like all the rest, just looks beautiful. Very, very good card. It definitely goes... It's up there with Castel as being a generic staple that you'll put in, especially with a 21 attack and a 2k defense. It's very, very nice, especially with its quick play effect. Now, I know these are floated between about £15 to £20 at the moment. Now, the hype might go down. Hopefully they do go down, but I still reckon this card can easily be a settler at £15, if not more. Okay, so next up we have Masterpiece, the True Draco Slaying King. So, for those of you who don't know what this do, to tribute summon this card face up, you can tribute summon continuous spell or trap cards you control, as well as monsters, unaffected by the effects of the cards that you tribute. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can banish... this tribute summon card can banish 1 continuous spell or trap card from your graveyard, target 1 card on the field and destroy it. Right. Masterpiece, absolutely broken. It is an insane towers. However, if you're looking at the set and you're like, I'm not going to build Dracos, you want probably some of these more. I would probably say you want your Tornado Dragon, or when we get to it, Ash Blossom. Which is why he's not, not my best in the deck. I don't think this is the best card of the set. Purely because it's not generic. It's specifically designed for the Draco deck. It's specifically designed for decks that run that engine. It's still a very, very good pull. Now, at the moment, they were at 25 at a sneak peek. Looking online, they have been between 30 to £35. I don't see it going anywhere less than £25. I think for now, while the hype's still there, it will float between £30 to £35. Hopefully, once the hype dies down, which I doubt it because this card is a must at 3 and it's so busted. Artwork, again, is absolutely stunning and beautiful. I would say it's a definite £30 card. Very, very good card, but just deck specific, which is why Dragonic Diagram is the next card up. Again, artwork, I love it. Every single time I see this, I love the Crystron there. I love the Draco there. And if that's a True King coming in the background, I love that. And then you've got the Metaphors and you've got the Zodiac. Absolutely amazing. So, all True Draco and True King monsters on the field gain 300 attack and defense. The first time each Tribute Summon monster on the field, each Tribute Summon Draco or True King monster will be destroyed by battle. This turn it is not destroyed. Once per turn, you can destroy one other card you control or in your hand, and if you do, add 1 True Draco or True King card from your deck. Now, the only thing I can say about this is mirrors are going to suck. because whoever has this on their field, they're giving their opponent an extra 300, plus they can't be destroyed once per battle. Either way, it is, because it goes in more decks than just the Dracos, it'll go in dinosaurs as well, and any deck that kind of wants their stuff to be destroyed willy-nilly whenever they can. So it's a very, very good card, which is why it's so expensive. Again, it's looking at anywhere between £65 to £75. There's the odd ones floating at 65 quid, but the majority of them are £70 to £75. This could do a barrage when the decks come out if they don't see, if they see as much dominance as Zoo did. However, it's a very, very good card. Artwork is brilliant. But if you're going to pull this, you either want to be selling it straight away or you want to be building Dracos or Dinos, because my personal must-have card from this set is Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs. Artwork, again, out of this world. So beautiful. Exactly like the other predecessors, it's Ghost. That is the only disappointment. So someone pointed this out to me the other day. Ash Blossom and Reaper are both zombies, and Ghost Ogre is a psychic. That's annoying for my OCD. Secondly, Ghost Ogre, Ghost Reaper. This was supposed to be called Ghost Ash. Why can't it be called Ghost Ash? Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring pisses me off. Anyway, little rant over. This card is amazing. Anyone that buys this set, absolutely anyone, if you pull this, you're happy. Because you can play it in any deck you want, you can sell it and get the money. It's the most generic card you could possibly get, and it will be used a hell of a lot in this upcoming meta. So during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that includes any of these effects, you discard this card and negate that effect. Add a card from the deck to the hand, special summon from the deck, send a card from the deck to the graveyard. I mean, what more could you want? You can only use once per Ash Blossom once per turn, but still, it is a general out to everything, and it's very, very nice, very, very good to slow decks down, which is why it is probably the most expensive card of the deck. Again, it floats around the same as Dragonic Diagram, but the lowest I've seen Ash is 70, and the most I've seen it is 80. So it is floating between 70 and £80 so far, which is usually what the Ghost Ogres and usually do. I'm pretty sure Ghost Ogre was about £40 when it came out, and that was considered expensive. And then Reaper was at £40. So wouldn't be surprised if Ash Blossom settles at around £40 like the rest of them have. However, if Ash gets used so much and is a constant side-in, if not a main card in the upcoming meta, don't be surprised if it stays around £70. I think the biggest issue we've had at the moment is since Shiv, Shining Victory, or even Bosch was kind of like just on the edge, there's always been one or two cards that come out of the set that everyone hypes up so much that they become a £60+ card. I mean, you look at Bosch, we had Infinity, which was, this is the start of it, so Infinity and Strike, £40 each, both really, really good generic cards. Well, Strike more than Infinity. Then you look at Shining Victories, Crystal Wing came out. At the start, about a £20 card, but then as people started to go, it went up to £60, crazy money. Then you had Dark Illusion, Pot of Desires. That was the start of it. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, as my history teacher used to say. That was the last card that was like, look, we've pushed the market up to 40, we've pushed them up to 60 with Crystal Wing, let's push them up to 70+ for Pot of Desires. So, Pot of Desires is at 70 quid. What next? Venom, D-Barrier, 70 quid. What after that? Raging Tempest, Barrage, 70 quid. Then let's go into Maximum Crisis, Ash Blossom, 70 quid. Diagram, 70 quid. It's not healthy for the game in its sense like that, because unfortunately these cards that people want are just such high prices. But you can understand why when you look at them, because they are either the core cards to the deck or they're the best generic cards possible that help out 1,000,001 decks, both all over the game. So yeah, that was my rundown of the 8 secrets from Maximum Crisis. I did put them in a kind of highest to lowest price range and highest to lowest in my personal opinion of how good it is to pull them in a box. Now, from my box openings, the patterns I've seen is Tornado Dragon and Masterpiece. Absolutely happy with that. Ash and Alliance, Diagram and Unending Nightmare, and then Ultra Poly and Zark. Now, I'm not saying these are the exact pull ratios from every box, but I have seen quite a lot of box openings where the pairings have been Zark and Ultra Poly, Tornado and Masterpiece, Ash and Alliance, and Nightmare and Dragonic Diagram. Now, from our thoughts, or what we reckon, We feel that this is a standard pattern and it gets knocked out of sync every time there's a free secret box. Because there are boxes out there that you get free secrets in. There are some lucky bastards out there that do pull free secrets. But, you know, that's the luck of the draw. That's why we play this game. That's why we like the game. And that's why we buy boxes. If there wasn't the luck of the draw and a bit of fun for it, if we were guaranteed to know exactly what secrets we were going to get into the box, number one, they wouldn't sell. And it would take the fun out of opening a pack. If you're opening up a box and you're like, cool, I picked up a Tornado and Masterpiece box, not only would they be cheaper to get, but you'd just be like, cool. I like not knowing. I like it being a bit fun. With known pairs, it is still quite fun because you go, oh, I pull Alliance, excellent, I've got an Ash coming, find it. Or I pull an Ash, find it. But sometimes, basically what I'm saying is the randomisation of it is sometimes really, really fun. Anyway, that's been a little bit of a ramble. I hope this has given you an idea. I hope this makes you feel a bit better when you know what you pull and if you're happy with it. None of these cards are bad pulls. Some of them, like I said, are collector's value or just collectors and look amazing. Some of them are more for saving to the future, like Ulti Poly. And then some of them are here and now, get rid of them quick. And some of them I absolutely love in every aspect. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And until next time, guys, as always, happy dueling. If you like that video, why not check out our other videos available? We've got more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course duels. And don't forget to click on the most important button of all, that subscribe button, right in the bottom left hand corner.